Yeah. Now what is happening? We wanted Excel to tell that Excel, whenever I change this, you must do all these things. So automatically Excel should do. So how Excel can do? It can only do through a function called macro. So where is macro? That is what I wanted to ask you people. Where is macro? Macro is in this menu. If any one of you have so far seen, this is the main menu and macro is here. If you have any doubt, if any one of you is sitting before a laptop, please just check whether it is coming in your laptop also like that. I need some confirmation. Anyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Coming, sir.
So it is view, then there is a macro. Is that clear? Fine. Now,
Yeah, right, sir.
what,
Working for me also.
yeah, what macro does is once you are started, when I start, macro is to be recorded and saved and executed. Macro is to be recorded, saved and executed. So whatever I am going to do, I will have to first record it and then I will have to run it. Okay. Yeah. Vadivel, can you please admit someone? Someone is waiting on the.
It's admitted.
I forgot to make it as. Okay, I am unlocking the video.
Right.
Yeah,
Co-host, I will continue.
yeah. Okay, fine. Now, what we will do, we will go to macro and we will click macro. We will now macro. Oh, sorry. We will have to click at the bottom. Then now I will again tell you what is written. Each of the commands you perform will be saved into the macro so that you can play them back again. So I'm going to record macro and whatever I'm going to do, Excel will do it later when I ask it to do. Now you must remember when to stop the macro. Let me start recording the macro. I started recording the macro. If you want, you can give a name. We will see this at a later date. Let us not get into that aspect. Now we go and say, okay, now the macro is getting recorded. You see a small, one second, I think this must be the place. In some of the systems, it will come. Are you able to see a red box I have written down below? Here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the place where the macro is going to start doing it. Okay. Now it is doing. So what all I am supposed to do? I go on, click the customer. I am going and selecting another customer, Eastern Connection. Then I go to data. Then I go to advanced filter. Now I am run the advanced filter. My job is done. Now I can stop the macro here or I go back to view. I go here and I stop recording. What did we do now? The macro is stopped recording now. What did we do? We have executed, we have recorded a macro. That is what we recorded. Now I will have to run the macro. How do I run the macro now? That is what we will have to do. Now where is the macro? and how to run it is what we are going to see next. Is there any doubt up till this point? How to record a macro?
No, it is so.
Understand, sir. Understand, sir.
We go to view, we go to record macro, and then we do whatever we wanted to do. Go to data. Went here, change the party, then went to data, went to advanced filter, then you run the advanced filter, then we went back to view, then we stopped the macro. So the macro can be started from here depending upon your system, because you can stop the macro here. It says no macros are currently recording. Click to begin recording a new macro. That is what it says. So once I start here, that box will come, white box. I have now recorded. Now I have to run the macro. How do I run the macro? I have done the macro, but how do I run the macro? There are view macros available. Suppose I click here, it says macro 1. Okay, one second, let me do one thing. We will now go back, take any full coil. Now I go back to macro, then I go to view macro. Now I go to macro 1, and then I run the macro. Now what has happened? Have you seen?
Yes.
Now it has changed.
Yes, sir.
Previously, you have to do so many steps. Now you are not doing any steps. You go here, you go to macro, you go to view macro, you go here, then you run all other things what you do. There is no order at all. Okay, fine. We select somebody else. One second. We select a bone app. We go to macro. When we went to view macro name is macro 1. You remember? You run. Macro is run. Your job is done. All those 5-6 steps are done. Now my question is, you are clear how to run a macro?
Yeah.
Clear. Now my question is, how many of you are very happy that this macro works? You are satisfied that we have simplified the process? That is my question. Because previously we have to go select, go to data, advanced filter, run, then come back. All those things I am supposed to do. Now you are simplified. By simply I go back, I change the name, I go here, I don't do anything else. I go to view macro, then I macro 1, I run, center नीचे आ गया. So happy all of us?
Yes, sir.
Not much.
Not much. Why Gopalakrishnan, you are very unsatisfied or not satisfied? Any reason?
Yeah, why these steps also? Once the customer name comes, automatically it should come in the table also. Order history.
Why these steps also? That is a good question. Anyone shares the same dissatisfaction of Mr. Gopalakrishnan?
But we ran the macro in the entire sheet, na, sir.
Ah.
We run the macro in all this entire sheet only. See, whatever we are going to choose here, so that the data will come, na.
No, that is it. But you are running only this macro. No? It is called macro 1. Entire sheet it will not run. Whatever macro you have written only it is going to do. My question, Gopalakrishnan says, sir, why this step also? You told me once I select it should automatically come. It is not
Correct,
automatically coming.
Similar to what yesterday we did. See, one step, one line item we run the macro, no. So like that only it is appearing. That's why he is asking the question.
Correct. But like Gopal Krishnan sir, anybody else also wants better solution. That is what I want.
Or we can fix. See, while running the macro, we need to fix the column, column and range. Then it will appear.
Again, we will have to fix, sir. Your senior management may not be able to do all these things. They may not know Excel at all.
Correct.
All that you will go and tell them, sir, you change it, you will get everything. आप एक बटन दबाइए, I mean, you press a button, you will get everything. That is what we will tell the management.
See, here we stopped the macro. That's why I think so.
No, sir, if you don't
Same.
stop the macro, whatever, you will have to stop at some particular place, no? The action. Okay, fine. I fully agree with Gopal Krishnan, sir. What we will do, we will stop the recording again at this point.